My name is Jack Lee and I am a hypocrite. Last year, a couple of years ago, I did a review on a brand of putter and was incredibly wrong, so much to the point that I bought one for myself. In today's video, I'm going to explain how and why I got it so wrong. Let's do it. Right, so hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jack, this is Jack Lee Golf. As you may have guessed from the thumbnail and from the introduction of this video, the putter brand in question that we're talking about today is Lab. So I will put in a clip now of what I said when I reviewed the Lab Mez 1. Can't remember whether they're a Mez or the Max, but I'll put that clip in now.
I totally get where they're coming from. You can see that there's a lot of work that goes into making one of these, and I think that's why the price is what it is. And if you're someone, that fancies a change, if you're interested in exploring the ideas of what likes of Adam Scott, and I think Sergio's got one now, Charles Schwartzel, some other players on tour like that, get yourself fitted for one. But for me, I just think that there is similarly as well put together putters that don't cost you £500. You might be able to pick one of these up for in the realms of $350, something like that, but even then you've got TaylorMade Spiders, you've got premium Odyssey putters, you've got Scotty Camerons that are very similar price to that. So
as you can see, some pretty strong opinions there. Now, one fault of mine when I went through that process last time is that I did not have nowhere near the education on these putters as I do now. Henceforth making me look very, very silly in this situation. So in that video, as you've just seen then, I talked about how the player error overrides what the putter will do, and in that sense that is still correct, and I still believe that to this day. However, when it comes to the three pillars of putting for me: starting it online, controlling your pace, reading the greens, these putters make starting it online so much easier, to the point that I had no idea. Very quick to review the putter last time. Only spent 30 minutes with it, hit a couple, didn't hole everything, more at fault for my stroke than I was the putter. Since being more informed on this putter now, the way that the blade stays square to the arc, if unmanipulated, and that's probably one of the biggest things, it's ridiculous. So the confidence that I've got since getting properly fitted for one of these, don't get me wrong, and I'll show you my putter very shortly, but the effect that it's had on my putting, especially from about 5-10 foot in, has been absolutely crazy. Without further ado, I'm going to show you mine now. So this is my Lab. You've probably seen it in a What's in the Bag video if you've watched it. DF3, Directed Force 3, in a custom colour job. So I have got it in red and black for United, Man United. I have got the pistol 2 degrees grip on there, which is a little bit worn now. I submitted an entry for the Lab online fitting. Didn't have a chance to go in person to Scottsdale, which is the UK representative of Lab putters. Kind of wish that I did now. But the specs that I got back: 35-inch, 69-degree lie angle. So what we're going to do in today's video, I've got the putting mat out here at the club Doncaster. We're going to hit some putts. I'm just going to talk you through my ideas, where I went so wrong, where I started to see the light, and still, is this the be-all and end-all? We've seen a lot of traction when it comes to PGA Tour professionals moving towards something like this now, but it still might not be the be-all and end-all. I'll come to that a bit later on. I can't miss. So So yeah, slightly frustrating, as I'm guessing you've gathered, that I was not able to do this putter test outdoors. Course conditions at the minute for us in the South Yorkshire area, greens aren't great, things are a little bit boggy, things are a little bit muddy. So I thought, just as a little bit of an introduction, for the sake of this video, I think it would more than enough to just hit a few putts indoors. Those putts that you've just seen, by the way, that is the first take. And I've literally held 10 in a row to a cup that was the normal size, and about 7 in a row to a cup that's half the size, I dare say. Could not miss with this thing. Now, pros and cons. I've got quite little hands, so this grip, the Press Pistol 2.0, a little bit big for my hands. Ideally, I'd want something that was the same size as a Super Stroke GT 1.0, one of those ones. But this putter grip is made out of necessity, so as you can see, because of how it's situated in the head, this putter grip does have to be offset ever so slightly. If I show you down that way, if I'm going to be able to do this, you can see that it doesn't actually go into the middle of the grip. It comes out the side, and that's because of where the shaft is situated in the head of the putter. One thing this putter has impacted on is my stats. So over the last 25 to 30 rounds, I've been keeping my stats. General trend for myself is that I will hit anything between about 50 to 70% of the green. So ball striking wise, I'm okay. I used to have 32 putts though. Since putting this Lab DF3 in the bag, now averaging 29 putts. So this putter alone has shaved off 3 shots to my score per round on average, which I think is an incredible feat, and then therefore makes it worthwhile spending the money that I did on this. It's not ideal still, so I think looks-wise it is a little bit garish. I like what they've done with the Oz 1, and I'd definitely be interested in testing one of those. I think looks-wise it's just a little bit sleeker, a little bit less clunky. I think if I were to test a blade putter, I'd love a go with the Link 1. Same spec as what I've got in right now. I know in the Oz 1 they have got the option as well, depending where the shaft fits into the head, to go towards a more traditional Pistol 1.0 type grip, so I'll be interested to try that. This grip's a bit worn now, as you can tell. I've been using this putter for 6-7 months, I think, so it's took me a good while to get round to doing this review. But one thing that I can definitely say from the period of time that I've had this putter now is that I don't think there's a putter out there that is as easy to return to square as these, due to the lie angle balance technology that they've got in them. So I'm having some pretty decent success with this. Another thing that I liked, I say this about a lot of clubs, whenever I get a new club, it gives me the impetus to go practice, try it out, get used to it. Within that process, I found that that's what, as well as obviously the technology in the putter, lowered me putting stats by 3 shots per round. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I use a line on my golf balls, so I've just got the single line. It comes as standard with a T shape, so on the front of the putter you've also got another white line here, but I neglected to go against that. Colour-wise, it were always going to be black and red for United. These are, I believe, the real deal. So if you've not had a chance to go and test one yet, I'd definitely make sure you go and do so. I'm enjoying this. It's going to take a serious putter for this to come out of my bag. It might even be another Lab that replaces it later on down the line. But yeah, so that is how and why I got this brand of putter wrong in my perception. So if you've enjoyed the video, please make sure you're doing the usual, liking, sharing, subscribing. Apart from that, I'll catch you in the next one. In a bit.